And welcome back, everybody, to another awesome episode of The Careful Boys, where we have Steve Chen today, y'all.
Very good, very nice.
All right, hey, at the very, very beginning of our session with you, you were asking some questions. Would love for you, especially with your business mindset, financial mindset, to just ask us as a JK any questions about how our finances work.
Sure.
Just don't even ask if it's okay with us. Just volunteer. Okay, fine. I'll tell you. We lost $5 million. Okay.
Don't start with that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just curious overall. I don't know anything about the podcast space or anything. Like, I just want to know, like, how do you guys make money?
AdSense mainly, and then Patreon.
AdSense. Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Cool.
And merch. Sometimes we do merch. Sometimes we do fun things.
Yeah.
We're trying to have a fun little game, and we can't call it a raffle because it's not a raffle, and raffle's considered gambling. But we're trying to figure out a really fun way to do giveaways.
Giveaways, yep.
Like a sweepstakes.
Okay.
Yeah, but like crowdfunding.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
But once I figure out the right wording that doesn't get us to jail, that's what we're gonna do.
The right loophole.
There's also sometimes like ad reads, right, which is different from AdSense.
Yeah, like little brand deals that will do like this episode's brought to you by like this thing, you know, like that.
You guys have sponsorships.
Purified water.
Oh yeah, and over the years it's been different. Like we discussed earlier, the pie, it goes. Beep, beep. We used to do live shows too, so that was another like income that we also would just put back into the company. Like we wouldn't take that into our pocket. We would just funnel it here. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But,
Wait, so are you the main?
oh yeah, so me and Bart were the owners, but we're not employers. We're just owners.
We're independent contractors.
These guys are on their own will here. They're independent contractors, and they do not work for us
I see.
at all. We're like more like equals. They kind of tell us what to do. So, yeah.
So what's in it for you guys?
You know what? Nowadays, it's like the variety for us, right? Because it's like, this is for me, Ryan, Anthony, and Steve. This is like a side thing that we do for fun.
Even for me and Joe too.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
The way it's evolved, yeah. Like,
Yeah, it was our main thing, but now it's all like a cool little side gig that everyone gets together and have fun. And it's like our excuse to like have guys time.
Yeah. I see. That's cool. Yeah, you guys hang out and have fun. Yeah, that's right. Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Ask us how often we're here.
What's that?
Ask how often we're in this room.
How often are you guys in this room?
4 days a month.
4 days a month.
sometimes 5 days.
Yeah.
Sometimes so.
And then the rent.
pushing it.
Yeah. Okay, can I ask more?
Yeah, dude, the rent used to be $1,000 a month.
What is it now?
Now it's like 4,000 or 5,000 or
4,000 or
something.
5,000.
But I just recently got a little bit of a discount,
Yeah.
so it's like $3,900.
Oh, is it?
Hey, that's tight.
That sucks some. No, I'm just kidding. No, we just asked our tenant advisor to help us renegotiate.
Oh, okay.
And then I mean, we
That's
got
cool.
a few points, but really we're trying to get the fuck out of here. So it kind of shot myself in the foot there because we were doing year to year.
Yeah.
But the stupid thing is like, okay, we've been in here for over a decade. So we could have had just back-to-back long-term leases that grandfathers into a good rate, right? But because we went to like 1 year leases and we're like, oh, we're moving next year, we'll just do it 1 year. Okay, we're moving next year, so they just obviously jacked it up to market rate every year, right? And then we're like, this year we're fucking leaving, and then we signed a 5-year lease. So that's kind of how our business works.
That's great.
Yep.
You guys are moving for sure.
It makes most sense because 5 of us live over there.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And for me, I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm flying in to LA or Vegas. I'm flying in, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Gotcha. So 4K going out, and then in terms of money coming in.
Man, that's a random hot question.
That's okay.
We won't
It's fine.
disclose that one. We won't disclose that one.
It's okay.
No.
We can cut it. We
I'll
can
tell you
cut it.
something funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something.
Tell jokes.
fucking funny. No. Okay. I want to tell you. So, about a year and a half ago, me and Bart just didn't pay ourselves for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So we were basically in the red,
Yeah.
but we kept the ship going.
Yeah.
Because we love doing it. Like, it's literally like, I just want to come here and chat with you guys. But the funny thing is, we did absolutely nothing to improve the business or the situation until the last minute.
I see.
which we had a blowout sale with merch and all that, and then it was like, cool, we did it, guys. All right, now time to go back to doing nothing again.
Do you feel like Caleb Hammer? We just want to yell at him.
I know these guys are not happy.
Nah, it's fine.
We're having a good time.
Cool. Yeah. Well, is this kind of like your guys' like? So it's a part-time thing.
Well, the thing is,
What's the main like for you guys independently? What's the main revenue generating?
as individuals,
Individuals, yeah. Like, what do you guys all do?
So for example, for me, my primary source of income actually is for like dance and choreography services.
That's right. Yeah.
So I have like my dance crew and company, the Kinjas. So we have like performances. We'll sometimes do brand deals. I personally do a lot of like teaching, performances, judging at different events.
Okay.
International workshops or choreography services for like artist choreography, tours, video games, whatever. Just
cool.
dance
Yeah.
services.
Yeah.
So this, yes, is like my side gig, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I personally would love this to be actually a larger part of my both income and just lifestyle in general for a couple of reasons. Number one, especially if it moves to Vegas, it keeps me grounded in a spot versus like the gig related work of like constantly needing to like, as much as like I feel very fortunate for however far my dance career has gone, it's all gig based. I don't know when the next big thing comes in, and if something big comes in, because it's a big opportunity, I have to uproot my life for like 3 months to go do a tour or something like that.
I see.
that's wild to me that this is your stable job. Well, the other thing is like your wild, and then this is already a wild job.
Yeah.
This is a wild job.
Well, it's not stable. We're in entertainment.
The idea of us like moving out to Vegas and stuff like that, like there are like whispers and ambitions of us being able to maybe, you know, a number of us maybe being able to like dedicate a little bit more into it, evolve it, adapt it in some way where we can both still have like a really, really good time doing what we like to do with people we like to do it with.
Yeah.
But
A possible 6th day in the month.
But really, like I would love for this to grow. Personally, I'm just selfishly speaking right now on my own. I would love for this to grow into something that would pull me away from a lot of my other, you know, things because it'll keep me in one space. My wife is in Vegas right now where I'm not there because we're shooting this here in LA.
Currently,
I think it's a timing because it's one of those things where we were all busy in our other stuff. Cause like Bart was full on with barbell, and then I'm talking maybe 3-4 years ago when we assembled as a new group, and then but that's when we were in that weird transition where JK wasn't our full time anymore, and then we started pivoting to doing other things full time. And then that's when these guys came in, it was more like everyone's got their thing. Like he's a jiu-jitsu coach, fitness coach. He works at a gym, you know. Ryan is a dance mogul.
I'm like the music version of that.
But he's a
real gig based.
Yeah.
For like film score and for music direction.
Gotcha.
and live shows, stuff like that. But that's their main stuff, right? And then we just kind of have this space that we come to. So to me, it's like a good, I don't want to say placeholder, but it's like a good thing where it's like, oh, I can see where it's going, but all of our main hours are the other thing. But maybe when the other thing, that phase in life is a little bit like more tucked away or done, then this can be a new evolution of something. Yeah.
Because the passion's there.
Or the momentum of this just organically builds for whatever reason. Like, for example, I would have never predicted I was going to move to Vegas, nor did I predict I was going to move to Vegas when we started, like, I started giving myself more time to this as well. So just if it organically gets in that position, and again, like I said, it pulls me away.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind, you know, turning down a gig over here because I love what I'm doing here. Just the idea of it, like, growing and becoming more of a thing is, again, an ambition.
Gotcha.
That's kind of like the tough part because it's kind of like a 6-hand Ouija board. You know, like all hands on here, like, are we go? Oh, whoa, where are we going? Are we going to? It's kind of like that, where it's like, oh, okay, cool. Anthony has more time, but then he gets booked to do another Bollywood movie, or like, oh, maybe Bart has more time. Oh shit, Joe's gonna have triplets. Dude, so it's just kind of like this, like
We're all asking it. How do you break a lease?
and we're all just like,
Yes and no questions
where
only.
is this business going? And all of our hands are like, you know, like Altadena burned down. How many more things need to burn down before Nick moves? We don't know.
And the funny thing is, I think the way me and Bart has approached this company was never like a company. It's always been a playground.
I see.
Since the day that we started YouTube, it's never been a strategy. We learned to make money as a way to keep and maintain a lifestyle. But everything outside has been treated more like a serious business where you look at the numbers, you try to, you know, so my mind, I think it's not like, it's the same thing as like building like this habit with something, right? So like, this is kind of a sacred thing where I just don't want to think and I just want to play. And then, so like, there'll be that season, but that bandwidth of treating something like a business that takes up 24/7 of my time is on my other projects. Yeah, and then so this is my relief where I'm like, all right, I get to come here and talk to my buddies.
And it might even feel like you might corrupt the fun of the place.
That's the sensitive part too. Yeah.
But then also when things do come up, and because we don't have staff anymore, and I do have to deal with shit like the shit we dealt with recently, I was on a hike and I'm like, fuck this shit, fuck YouTube, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I come here and I talk to you guys and I'm like, let's keep this going, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's life though. I feel like when you're an entrepreneur, like all these interruptions just happen like it all day.
I can see
all
why
fucking
two phones though.
Yeah.
Like, this is
Yeah.
my phone. Don't even fucking talk to me.
All fucking day it happens, dude. Just like last night when my fucking employee got scammed. Like I was gonna buy hotel tickets with fucking, or hotel plans with Hannah on our trip. We're like vacation time, and she's like, oh my god, we just got scammed. And I'm like, motherfucker.
This cashier got scammed out of money
Yeah.
in the register.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the entrepreneurial thing that it's like the battle of like, I don't want to fucking do this. I just want a 9 to 5. And then you go back and you're like, okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All that stress, and then he walks in and goes, "Say hello to Steve Chen." He's like back to normal.
Seriously.
Yeah. Do you ever feel like that?
Yeah. We're speaking a foreign language.
Yeah, you ever have a fucking teenager call you crying because she got scammed by a fucking cop impersonator?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
But that's why I
Okay,
say
so yeah, this is your fun playground.
selfish
Yeah.
ambitions.
I see.
Because of yeah.
Gotcha.
And in like what space also, like we talk about this all the time, just even the format of the way we do things here, like I talk to these guys more than I talk to my wife about random worldly things.
Yeah.
You know, because we constantly are like reflecting on
not
things
that fun,
are
though.
happening in the world. In what other space are you like talking for like 8 to 9 hours with people about stuff?
About everything too.
Or sitting down with like a new guest like every month and like learning something else about somebody else's success stories or hardships or lifestyle or perspectives. And it's like it feeds us in a completely different way outside of money. We're just hoping it feeds us the same in money, you know?
We're trying to balance it out.
It'll get there, guys.
Equilibrium, that's all.
I believe in it.
Yeah.
I like that. You guys are enjoying it. You know, just bro bonding time, and yeah, just fun for you guys and an outlet for you guys.
Are you enjoying it too? I was worried because the way you were saying it was like,
Good for you.
You haven't looked me in the eye one time.
because we're having fun with you, Steve. I got worried. I was like, I should check.
But you know what's funny though is this is like one of the best eras of JK for me, and I'm having the most fun, but I'm not making the most.
So there was a period we're making like 200 G's a month. And that was probably the most stressful.
Yeah.
Right now it's way under there. Way.
Astronomically down
But it's way more fun.
No, during that time, we would book a vacation to Hawaii just so we can sleep because
that we would sleep 3 hours a night basically every night, and we would just be filming from like fucking 8 a.m. till midnight,
Like 6-7 days.
non-stop.
A week.
It's like I felt like my opportunity wouldn't come back like ever again, so I got to take every deal, say yes to everything, right? And then all of our like relationships were suffering, our personal friendships were we were more work friends than we were actually friends, and we're just like, what the fuck are we doing? So there's a balance there, right? But like I think maybe that's the thing is like, first off, you don't know what you're made of until you burn out. And then it's like when you're burning out though, you feel like a little bitch for burning out.
Yeah.
And then but then you got to know that barrier of where's that. But then also you go to the other end of like, fuck it, I don't want to do it at all, you know? But it's like you got to find that balance where how do you make that good amount of money, but you also have like that sanity.
Yeah,
A peace
for
of
sure.
mind.
Yeah, but I think this is like a good balance for me as of now because I really like the conversations we're having. Yeah. And then it's like we're surviving, we're not dying. Yeah. But I would like to grow and I would like to change it up a little bit. But then that's like, okay, when we're done with this chapter, I'm fully out of Hawaii. I move in, back to Vegas. We're like game time guys, you know?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing. No, this is good. I'm learning a lot from you guys too. Well, when you guys were in your top heyday, like what was was it just you two making the videos or?
No, we had about a 25 plus person team. Yeah, and back then we had an editing team. That was probably half of the group.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
editors.
We had about 3 channels. At once we had 4, and then we had individual channels because vlogging was really popular. So even on our vlog channels, we would make like 5 to 20 grand a month just on vlogging. And then so we had all of the JK network. And another thing we did was we paid out everybody 11 months. No, we paid out 12 months for 11 months of work. So we would all get December off and go on an international trip together.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
So like we had a lot of fun. Like it was all built to go, how do we make a ton so we can play a lot? And we blew it all on playing.
We built a 17,000 square foot film studio, production studio pretty much. Too.
Oh, cool. Where was that?
I was in downtown.
Downtown LA. Oh.
Yeah. And I wish I had a mentor at that time to tell me, slow your freaking roll, dude. Or like maybe like balance it. Because it was me and him egging each other on. He's like, we gotta do big. And I'm like, yeah, we do gotta go big. Because if you go big, everyone thinks you're successful. And we're like, yeah. And then he's like, you know what? We're not professionals. We need to get someone from the industry. And then they're like, all right. And then they're like, it costs $700,000 to build this. And we're like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Versus we should have just bought more investments.
Bought some SP.
Dude, we could have fucking bought a house and made that into a film set. Like it's one of those things like you said earlier.
Yeah.
You fuck up and then you go, if I did it again, that's how I would have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see,
Only knew.
yeah.
It's every step of the way. If I only knew. If I only knew.
What do you guys think the biggest lessons that you guys were, that you guys learned? Maybe like the top 2 or 3 lessons.
Well, for me, it's before I'm so convinced immediately that this is the shit that I must do now, seek out opposing ideas and like just have a more empirical like method rather than like, yo, that sounds like a badass idea. If Ryan told me something and at that moment I go, that sounds amazing, I'm calling up Bart and I'm saying, look, this is what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna put $250,000 into it right now. And Bart's gonna say, fuck yeah! And that's, I think, one of the stupidest shit we did. Because I didn't even know it was an option to go, okay, wait a minute, what does Steve think? Because I thought after I believed something, everybody else was stupid. That's what I thought. Yeah. Once I was convinced, I'm like, that's it, bro. Everyone else is, you got it.
That was one of our first crypto investments. It was with OMG.
Yeah.
I remember Steve told Joe something. Joe's like, I think he put like 300 G's in.
Yep.
And then I was like, well, since I know less than Joe, I was like, I'll put 100 G's in. That makes sense. It's like from a 5-minute conversation.
Yo, but we came up like 800K though. So that's the thing is
We just didn't sell it.
so we didn't know the fundamentals of taking profits, right? So when you see a number go up and you go, okay, I'm at 800K. Let it roll, double down, right? But then the fundamentals will tell you, take some profits. You don't see this every day. So it's 2 times that we came up close to $1 million or even over $1 million that we didn't take any profits. Yeah. But then later I'm reading a fundamentals book and I'm like, okay, every time it goes up, you should take a little bit out. Yeah, that's true. That's good. That's my lesson. How about you?
I saw the 100 turn into 300.
Yeah.
And the 300 turn into 25 grand.
Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Said it all within.
Oh fuck!
No, that's not even. That's a bigger investment.
Yeah, that's our first investment.
That's when they should have learned the lesson, and then they're like, well, let's see if it works again without applying the lesson.
Hey, but you know why it's so hard? Because everyone was like trying to ride together and go to the moon, and we're like, what? 2 million, not enough. Let's go to 10.
We touched the moon almost.
2 million, not enough.
I feel like everyone has to go through this. They go through that huge loss.
Yeah.
So what I really like about psychology of money, he does talk about how everyone needs to learn.
Yeah.
But he goes, learn with like $5. You know, trip and fall over $5. Trip and fall over $10. Trip and fall over $100. Then you learn all your lessons with cheap money. Then you can start investing 1,000 or whatever.
yeah.
But then I learned like with 100. So that's like fucking stupid, you know?
But
Like-
okay, the silver lining there, not to enable us or anything, I think it's made me feel more confident about large numbers. So I don't sweat anymore when I see these numbers. And then now that I, built Junbi out in Hawaii and stuff, and then now we're, ramping up to build out more stores, I don't get intimidated. I can make
that's
better
cool.
decisions, and like seeing swings of 100K or not come in and out of the bank account, it doesn't stress me out, so I can think clearly. So
It's scaled. It's scaled.
Yeah. So it's almost like, okay, well, if you've dealt with these large numbers before, now like you're not so emotional about it anymore. Now it
Yeah.
looks just like numbers.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now I can make a logical decision. But maybe in the past, I don't know if I would have been able to scale the way that I've done, and I would have maybe stayed at like a certain level because I'd be so scared.
Your risk, you
Yeah,
would've lowered it.
exactly. Yeah. That's what I
nice.
tell myself. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Thank you for believing that.
So do you know how to break a lease?